Okay. So we came together because February is Loving on Listings. We're doing a listing contest you all got information on. If not, reach out to Kirsten. She can resend that. To have a little fun in February, really go after listings because March 1st starts the spring market. People are looking to sell their house like crazy. We have an agent. I don't even know how many agents literally over the weekend who set listing appointments because they went after them. If you don't ask, you won't receive. So what Kirsten and I talked about last week was putting together little quick 30-minute snippets for you on skills, right? So she has 30 minutes every day that hopefully you all have calendar invites for this week with all of you with certain topics like so hers are more systems related. So hers are the listing appointments, CMAs, what to put together, what to prepare ahead of time. The ones that I'll be doing this week are more language related. So mine's going to be, so today is starting the conversation, getting your foot in the door, right? Setting the appointment, right? You can learn contracts all you want, but if you don't set an appointment, you're never going to write them. So then you're learning it for nothing. So this week, you're going to see starting a conversation today, doing a 30-minute session all about expired listings, a 30-minute session, how to tackle for sell by owners, another 30 minutes all about negotiation, like setting the right expectations and pricing conversation. So anytime, so please look at your calendar this week, line that up. If you can't make anywhere, we're going to record all of them and make sure you get all the recordings. All right. So for sake of time, let's dive in. Again, please take notes because how are you going to learn if you don't? Again, today in this 30 minutes, what we're going to walk through is literally how to start a conversation to get your foot in the door. Sound good? Yes. All right. Awesome. For those just joining, thank you so much. If you're able to put your camera on, please do so. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate how to start a conversation. Right. So I'm going to have one of you pretend to be a seller right now. By the way, what I'm going to demonstrate right now goes interchangeable for buyers and sellers, but because it's Loving on Listings month, we're going to focus on sellers. So I'm going to ask somebody to pretend to be a seller in just a minute. I'm going to demonstrate how to start the conversation, how to break it down, and then I'm going to break it down into parts for you. And then how do you close it for the appointment to get your foot in the door? Okay. So there's no selling on the phone. We're not talking about price, any of that. All right, I am also going to bring up a cheat sheet right now. Give me 1 second. Let me pull this up, seller questionnaire. And then I'm going to share my screen and I will also share this out to all of you so you have it. Okay. Who wants to pretend to be a seller?
I'll do it.
Yay, thanks, Tara. All right. Now don't hang up on me because this won't work out if, I'm practicing, don't hang up on the person because you can't practice then,
Hmm.
Should feel like, no, click. All right. So we're going to prep this by saying, here's someone who I've never talked to. We've never talked. I maybe left him a bunch of messages, whatever. I'm going to go with this is someone who I just happened to get their information from somebody saying they might be thinking about selling, but I don't know if they are or not. Right. So I know nothing going into this call. I have a name and phone number. That's it. Sound good?
Hmm.
Awesome. All right. And by the way, Tara, just to give you a prep for this, you are selling, maybe it's with somebody, so make up somebody. So you're going to be selling with somebody else. So it's not just you selling. Let's say that you want to get on the market for the spring market. So let's say you're thinking like April, May timeframe.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Ring.
Hello.
Hi, is this Tara?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Tara, this is Alana. I'm a local real estate agent. Thank you so much for taking my call. I actually saw your information and see that you Sorry, did we freeze? Hold on, it's saying my internet connection's unstable, so I'm gonna do a funny walk again with my computer.
No, you're back on now.
I'm back on now. All right, well, we're still gonna walk for a minute. Hold on. We're walking. Here we go. We have like people here setting up the door system. We have like, so we're still moving into our new space, which if you have not come by in the new space and seen it, please come by. It's awesome. Okay, we're gonna try this area right here. All right. Can we take two?
Okay.
All right. Ring.
Hello.
Hi, is this Tara?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Tara, this is Alana.
You're freezing again. You're back.
How do I keep freezing? Look, we're gonna walk again. I just really want to take you guys, for a walk around the office. That's really what's happening today. If I had my camera, my backdrop off, you'd be able to actually see the office. Okay. Oh my goodness. Let's go here. Third time's a charm. What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Fingers crossed, everybody. Fingers crossed. If not, I'm literally going to get on my phone on Zoom, get back on this, and then we'll do it right on my phone. Because things happen. All right. Ring.
Hello.
Hey, Tara, this is Alana, a local real estate agent in your area. Thank you so much for taking my call. I actually received your information and saw that you might be thinking about moving at some point in time. Let me ask you, when you're thinking about moving, where are you going to?
I'm thinking about moving, but I own this house with my sister and she doesn't want to.
Oh, wow. Okay. Now let me ask you what's your sister's name?
Yolanda.
Yolanda. Okay, thank you. Um, so let me ask you, for you specifically, because we're on the phone, what has you thinking about making the move?
I don't like the neighborhood anymore, and this is really too much house for just the two of us. I'm looking for something more like a rancher style, something to be on one floor and easier to maintain for the two of us.
Got it. So too much of a house, rancher style, not like in the neighborhood. Anything else that I'm missing there?
No.
Okay. And so when you say too much house, can you describe for me like your current home and what you want the new home to look like? What would not be too much
Yeah,
house for you?
this house, this is a three-bedroom house that I've had, when my kids were younger, and I just don't need all this space anymore. Or I can use a three-bedroom, but I would prefer everything to be on one level or split level at this point.
Got it. Got it. So maybe not as many stairs, not as much cleaning.
Yes, and my sister's not that mobile, so this is more for her benefit, even though she doesn't want to sell.
Got it. So do you happen to know why like, is there a reason she's not wanting to make a
She
move?
she just likes what's familiar, and this is familiar to her, but it's an
Mhm.
inconvenience to everyone else that's taking care of her. So
I completely understand that. I completely understand that. So moving into a rancher style, with a little more condensed space, but a little more mobile, sounds like it would really benefit her.
it would, and I think it would increase her quality of life. It's just a matter of getting her to agree to sell this property
Got it.
and
Got
getting
it. We
her
could,
to agree to move.
okay. Okay. And we can talk through that. We'll definitely talk through that. And you mentioned in the very beginning neighborhood. Do you have a neighborhood in mind you'd like to be in?
I'd like to be in Baltimore County, maybe Randallstown or the Windsor Mill area. I want to avoid Owens Mills. I think that Owens Mills is too congested.
Okay. So Randallstown area. What was the second one you said?
Windsor Mill.
Windsor Mill. Okay. And if I pause for a minute, I'm just taking notes,
Mm-hmm.
which is actually what I'm doing. Um, so what would this move mean to you?
It just means that I would have less house to clean. Um,
Mhm.
I can get her around better. Um, And I can get out of this neighborhood. I really don't like it anymore.
What is it about the neighborhood you really, if you don't mind me asking, that you're
Just that people have changed. It's not the same sense of community anymore.
got it? So hopefully moving to a an area where neighbors talk. It's like that community, like you mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
right? Okay, sitting outside, saying hi to people.
Right.
Okay, I love that. So here's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that you definitely want to get out of the neighborhood, um, get into a neighborhood that's a more of a sense of community, like you mentioned, and really just something a little smaller, right? A little downsized, not too much of a house. So there's less cleaning, less upkeep, but also rancher style to really help your sister out and kind of get and helping you out as well and getting her around,
Mm-hmm.
right? Um, is there anything else that I'm missing there that's really important?
No.
Excellent. So what I'd love to do, because you mentioned that she's change is difficult for some.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds like this would really benefit Yolanda. You're ready. It sounds like you're like, okay, I hear it in your tone. But it sounds like Yolanda's like, I don't know. Right.
Right.
So what I'd love to do is come out, introduce myself, meet both of you at the same time, just have a conversation. And while we're talking, I can bring out updated price for your current property. So market analysis for what the market is saying for your current home. So you have that information as well as some example properties that are on the market in Randallstown that or Windsor Mill that are rancher style, less space. So
Mm-hmm.
we can look at that all together with Yolanda as well and just start the conversation. How does that sound?
That sounds great. Because I think if we show her what's
Hmm.
available, then she might agree.
Okay. Well, I'm looking at my calendar right now. Everybody write that down. I'm looking at my calendar right now.
Mhm.
And do mornings or evenings work better for the two of you? Because I need you both there.
Okay. Evenings work better for me.
Okay. Let me take a look at my calendar. I have tonight at 6:30 or
Mhm.
tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Which one works better?
Tomorrow at 5 is better.
Okay, and both of you will be there?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, now before we get off the phone, to be able to, I'll need like a minute and a half more of your time. I'm going to share my screen right now. So I just need to gather a little information about your current property so I can do a really updated market analysis on your home to bring that out to. Okay, do you have like a minute and a half to 2 minutes?
Sure.
Awesome. Um, so about how many bedrooms, not about, but how many bedrooms and bathrooms?
I have 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bath.
3, 1.5 baths. Again, if I pause, I'm just taking notes here. Does your current home have a fireplace?
No,
Okay. What about a garage?
no,
All right. And again, I'm doing this just for pricing purposes. Is there a basement in your current home?
yes,
Is it finished or?
partially.
Okay. Partially finished. Now, can you describe for me a little bit about your outdoor space, the back, front?
We have a really small backyard.
Mhm.
And the front is just a porch, maybe 4 or 5 steps to walk up in the porch, but no front yard.
Okay. Okay. Any sort of deck or a fence or anything out back?
No.
Okay. What about in the home? Anything I should know about in your home, about uh, any upgrades, anything that could be beneficial in pricing this out?
We had the kitchen redone in 2019.
Oh, okay, wonderful. What type of countertops?
It's granite.
Oh, very nice. Okay, it definitely helps. All right. Perfect. Well, what I'm gonna do again, I'm gonna tomorrow night, 5 o'clock, I'll come out. Now I have your address is 123 Cookie Road. Is that correct?
Yes.
Perfect. So I'll be meeting with you and Yolanda. I'll bring out again just more information on pricing the house, the market. I'm also going to shoot you over a calendar invite. What's the best email for you?
It's Tara Davis at gmail.com.
Excellent. In this email, it's going to have all my information. In the calendar invite, it'll have all my information. I'm also going to email you everything as well, just so you have it. And then look forward to meeting both of you tomorrow at 5. Is there any initial questions that you have for me?
No, I've already made my decision. It's just a matter of getting my sister
having
on.
that conversation. Well, like I said, one step at a time, we'll break it down. I'll talk to her and we'll go from there. I'm really
Awesome.
looking forward to meeting both of you.
Thank you so much.
All right. Click. Okay. What did I not do?
Mm,
Like there was something specific. Did I talk to her about price of her house?
no, I was
Okay.
not staying at no price.
Good. Never talk about price of the house because you never saw the house, so you don't know. Even if it is your next door neighbor's house, that is, you think the same as your house. If you have not walked through this house, you can't tell them a price. Not to mention, you're not selling on the phone. Your entire thing about these conversations is just getting your foot in the door. That's it. Get in front of them. Our job is to meet people, get relationships going. So what'd you guys, let's break this down. What'd you hear? Come on off mute, have a conversation.
No, I I purposely said that my sister wasn't ready to move, but she actually doesn't own, she's not on the house. You didn't ask me if she was a
You-
part of it, and she's not.
So,
I own the house. She just living here.
so I love that you just brought that up. Here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
She's living now. I'm going to look up now. You're right. I should have asked during this call, is she on the deed? However, the reason, even if you don't ask that right away, number one, prior to going out, I'm going to look up an SDAT, SDAT.
Mhm.
Okay. So that actually shows legalities, like what's the official name on there. So I can get the official name on the contracts to prepare for the appointment, who's all on there. So I'll see that just this name is on there, not Yolanda. It gives you information on the house. It's not always accurate, but it's, the most accurate we have is tax reports. And even though she's not on the deed, she lives there with you. So do you think a person who still lives with you has a say?
Yes.
Absolutely. So we want to treat them that way, right? I don't want to just come in and be like, well, they're not on there, so I'm just going to focus on what you want because again, they live there, so it's their home as well. So again, it's that relationship part of it, it's the value part of it. We want to tie everybody in. That's part of it, right? Thank you for bringing that up. Also, you notice when she said mobility, I didn't ask personal questions as far as like, is she in a wheelchair? Is this? Those are very personal questions that if she wanted to tell me, she would have told me. She just simply said mobility access. Now, I could have in this conversation taken a little step further, saying, hey, in your next house, when you say mobility access, tell me a little bit about what's needed. You can say that way, so you're not asking specific intrusive questions, right? Because those type of questions could be, we don't have a relationship yet, so she might not be ready to share that information, right? And if the sister,
Or when you're in front of her, would it make it more personal for Yolanda if you were in front of her asking what she feels that she needs, so that she feels included?
exactly, yep.
Okay.
And the reason why you're saying, when you close for the appointment, which I'm going to get to that in a minute, when you close for the appointment, anybody who has a say in the move, meaning, is it sisters? Is it cousins? Is it husband, wife, husband, whoever it is, they have to all be at the appointment. So notice how I said, when will both of you be available? Because I need to meet with both of you. Not I'd like to, I need to. Right. If there are two people who live in a house and one person's not at the appointment, that person's the decision maker. So you're missing out on talking to the actual decision maker. It's almost always that way. Then let me ask this question. When going in for the appointment, remember I mentioned, write this down right now. I said, I'm looking at my calendar. Why do you think I said that?
Yeah, yes, that's fine, and then you can decide.
Why say the words, I'm looking at my calendar? Why do you guys think?
Um,
So they can think they have other stuff going on.
Hmm?
To make them feel serious, right?
Yes, exactly. Right. Make it feel serious. It's a commitment. Right. So when you say, even if you're not looking at your calendar, like you're like driving on the road or something, say the words. So when you say the words, they know it's a commitment. They will then feel like, wow, okay, I'm special. Like I'm going on the calendar. Ooh, like, yes, I mean something. And they're more likely to not cancel on you or no show you
Now,
because they feel as if now it's like, I'm on their calendar. I feel bad. It's not 100% foolproof, but it helps. And now when I set the appointment, notice how I said, do mornings or evenings work better? Here's the thing. All of you are the doctor's office. Have you ever called the doctor or the dentist and they're like, yeah, come on in whenever you want? What happens when you call to make a doctor's or dentist appointment? What do they typically say?
Do
Come on.
mornings or evenings work better?
Yeah,
Morning or
usually that's
afternoon
that.
is
Or
not
they
good.
literally, yeah, or they literally just give you a time, right? So you need to be, here's the thing, all of you are busy. All of you have either another job or family or you got things going on, right? Not just real estate. So you have to always be in control of your schedule. You can't let the client be in control of it. And in order to do that, you give them options. And the trick is to give them 2 options only, right? Psychology is by human nature, we're not prone, human beings are not taught how to do, sorry, we have a lot going on in this place. We are not taught to make decisions. So because of that, like think about it, kindergarten to high school, we move by a bell. A bell tells us when to go to a class. We're told where to go, when to go, what to do. So decisions are not like when you ask somebody, what do you want to eat? Typically we sit around going, I don't know, what do you want to eat? Because our brains don't process decisions right away. So because of that, we need to give people 2 options and no more. If we say, when would you like to meet? They're going to be like, let me get back to you because they can't process it. But if you say, hey, do mornings or evenings work better? Evenings. Great. I'm looking at my calendar. Does this time or this time? And give them 2 options. Now, when you give a person 2 options, they're going to pick one. The only time they don't pick one is if they're like, she might come back and say, well, neither of those work. That doesn't mean she doesn't want to meet. That means that she probably works. So my response would be, oh, okay, what time do you typically get home? What are your working hours? She'll be like, oh, I don't get home until 6:30. All right, how about 7 o'clock? Right, so when you give someone 2 options, they will choose one. Again, your purpose of these going in for these type of calls, I'm gonna kind of break it down for you here real quick. Hold on here, baby. Hold on. My God. This is don't worry, tomorrow I'm gonna have everything together because I'm gonna book a conference room for myself. Okay. So the entire, sorry, we're literally moving again. So if we were to break down this conversation, the very start of it is to get them talking by asking them a simple why question. You don't want to ask them, do you want to sell a house? Because she's going to respond saying yes or no and click. You need to ask them a question that opens it up and gets them talking. It could be, what has you thinking about moving? It could be, hey, when you're moving, where are you thinking of going to? Right? Where are you moving to? Don't overthink the question. Like, what is natural to you? Like, if you're sitting around at a bar talking to your best friend and your best friend says to you, hey, I'm thinking about moving, what would you say to them? Right? In a professional way, of course. So you want to start with why. Why are they moving? Where do they want to move to? Because they might also be a buyer, meaning you just got a twofer. And then finally, you can then talk about when. When are you thinking? So the why comes first, then you got the when. Sorry, why, where, when, like the W's, okay, in that order. And then if they say anything within the next 4 months, go in for that appointment. Just go in for the close. ABC, always be closing. If they say anything after 4 months, so let's say she came back and said, well, we're really looking to do it in September. Now I'm going to ask why September, right? And she might say, because I'm getting a new job and moving out of state. Okay, well, you can't change the time frame of her new job. So if she says September, you could still decide to swing by for 15 minutes just to introduce yourself. That's completely up to you. Some agents do that early on. Some decide not to. That's an agent choice. The most important thing, though, is your follow-up to that. If she says September, you're following up every single month. So right now it is February 3rd. So she's getting a call from me in March. Doesn't have to be March 3rd, but in the beginning of March. A phone call, not an email. And it's not, do you want to move now, because you already know September, but it's just to find out more details, right? Like, think of each follow-up call as like playing detective to learn something new about the person, right? Or about the move or about their house. Because the month you don't call them and talk to them is the month they actually talk to another agent and get that relationship going and choose them. All right. Ooh, that's your conversation. That's the start of it. Start with the why. Where are they going? Why is that important to them? Have, again, you're just feeding off of what they say. Talk about their time frame. If it's within 4 months, get that foot in the door. Give them 2 options, close for the appointment. Does tomorrow at 5 work, or does 6:15 work better? Or if it's the morning, hey, I have tomorrow at 11, or does 11:30? Now, if you work another job and you work not open, I have 6 or 6:30, which one works better? Because if you give them an option and you're not available, now you're gonna have to kind of wheel it back. All right, what's one thing, let me hear from somebody else on here. What is one thing you just got from that you're like, okay, all right, I can implement that.
Oh my fucking God.
What do you guys think?
Only given 2 options, instead of letting them just, have an array of choices. I thought that was good.
Awesome. Love that. Yes, give them 2 options. You will always, it's going to help you. It's going to help them make decision, but it's going to help you in the long run.
I also like keeping the phone call about just what it is they're looking for, not actually selling anything or trying to sell or, not even asking, can I be your agent? You're just doing the necessary to get through the door and kind of, it felt like it kind of warmed you up to the seller first before you go in for all of that.
Yes, I love that you just pointed that out. It warms you up to the seller. It's a great verbiage. It warms you up to the seller because they don't know you. You're a stranger. Even if they were referred by a friend, you're still a stranger. Right. So you can't go in all hardcore like, hi, my name's, they don't, here's the thing. They don't care about us and our marketing this and, trying to sell them on the phone and all this. They don't know us. They care about how much we care. Like, are we showing we care? And the only way we show we care is by asking them questions about them. Right. So I love that you just pointed that out. All right, let me hear one more and we're going to end it. One more.
Well, you need another seller?
You
need somebody else that's selling?
No. I
Or
meant
one
one more.
answer?
Like, what'd you get from this?
Oh,
Okay, we're just gonna end it now. All right. Here's the key with this: practice.
no, I got something. When you started going through the list of things, like what's going on with the house, before I said okay, you got the info about the property. So do you have a fireplace? Do you have a garage? Do you have a basement? When you set it up to get all that information from the seller. When
Yes,
you set the conversation up for it.
exactly. Now notice how I set the appointment, then I said I just need like a minute and a half more of your time. Right? Because you can't price a house. You can't do a CMA without knowing that information. And now you're going on an appointment to then have to go on another appointment as opposed to going and getting the signatures.
Alana, can you share that page to us?
Absolutely. I will, yep, I will make sure you get all this information. I'll email it all to you today. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you. All right. Make sure you practice. And by the way, I forget if it's tonight or next Monday night. Oh my goodness. Oh, next Monday night, please mark in your calendar. So, what is it? Kirsten usually does the Monday night,
Mastermind.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, it's Monday. I haven't had my coffee yet. So she usually does a Monday night masterminds. Next Monday, I asked if I could be a guest at it because we're going to do a little closing activity. We're going to spend 30 minutes on just closing tactics. How do you close for signatures? How do you close for the appointment? Different ways to approach it because there's multiple different ways. So that way you can, for both buyers and sellers. So next Monday night on Zoom, 6 o'clock. Closing tactics. We're gonna have a little fun game. All right, guys. Have a great day. If you need anything, please reach out to myself and Kirsten.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Everyone.